Hello everyone, I'm Genie, and today, since today is the last day before the expansion, I would like to play a more thematic deck, right? Thematic deck. English. And I'm talking about a deck that is actually one of my favorites in this, past expansion, Bilgewater Rising Tides expansion that we've been through. This is actually one of my favorite decks. I'm not a control player. I think people that follow me knows that I'm a more, mid-range guy. I like a lot of, high-value units on the board and winning through that. But this is a very, very cool control deck that I like a lot, so much, because as you guys can see, we count on having a unit on board, which is the Powder Keg. It's such a amazing unit. It's so cool. It's so cool. I like it so much because you see the Powder Keg buffs everything, right? And as you guys are going to see on this gameplay that I did, the Dreadway actually goes a very, very long way as well, because you usually will be able to hold the game out, and everything is gonna be doubled. Like Grasp of the Undying is gonna be dealing 6 damage. Vile Feast is going to be doing 2. That is without kegs down, right? So that's actually bonkers. That's actually absurd. Like Riptide Rex can deal 14 damage to face, depending if the Dreadway is down. So actually absurd. And considering that I'm gonna have to start climbing again, so I'm not gonna be able to be goofing around too much with fun decks that I like so much, I decided to play this deck in a more, competitive way. So for that reason, I brought Vengeance to deal with big units that I cannot deal with otherwise, like they who endure, for instance. I decided to bring Ruination because, as far as I was seeing on websites and how people are playing, they were playing some Bannerman, they were playing some more, board reliant decks. So I decided to bring 2 Ruinations, which is actually solid as well against mid-range Ashe, right? Because there are a lot of units that you're not going to be able to deal with through pure damage, right? Like Make It Rain, Vile Feast, very big units, beefy, like the Yetis, for instance. If you have a lot of 5/5s on the other side of the board, playing Ruination feels awesome. It feels very good. For that same reason, we have Riptide Rex to try to control the board a little bit when we get to turn 8, right? Which is a very key turn. Like if we can control the board from that point onwards, we win the game 100%. Many decks are not really going into control heavy type of decks nowadays, as far as I'm seeing on my end at least. So Twisted Fate, as you guys are going to see, can level up even without help. Even though we have Glimpse Beyond, right, that helps him level up, and the Dreadway draws Gangplank as well, so Yordle Grifter as well draws a card. So this is actually a very well-rounded deck. Obviously, I'm not the one that created its concept. This is just my take on it, which is a very old style on how people used to play it. I think now people are playing it with Noxus. I don't really like that. I think I feel way better playing this one. Yeah, since I'm not going to be able to be goofing around too much, you guys are going to see me playing seriously. You guys are going to see me thinking about my plays and explaining why I make them, and which is gonna remember you why I got to Masters, not because I'm a master, but because I think through my plays when I'm playing seriously, right? And when I'm playing actually a very strong deck and I intend to, win through objective means, this is how you climb the ladder, in my opinion. You don't need to be special to do it, but and you guys are going to see it on this video. You just need to think rationally, and I guarantee that you can do it as well. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, lads. Let's be more energetic here. Don't need to be serious about this freaking card game. God damn it. Okay, like the video as well. If you do like the video, please comment with your thoughts, because I would like to know about them. And by the way, we have a Discord channel if you want to join us on Discord. A lot of fun people there, like surprisingly a lot of fun. Can you imagine, like, good people in this world? And by the way, if you're a good person and you don't want to join, I'm gonna survive without you. I guess I can survive without you. But no, seriously though, if you're a good person and you don't want to join, then so be it. I mean, no hard feelings, right? We are still here. So all fine and dandy. So yeah, lads, let's go for the games. See ya. Alright, so we're going against Deho and Jory, eh? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna be keeping Vengeance then. Because it's actually pretty important, considering that I know for a fact what is gonna be his win condition. I'm gonna be skipping all the rest though. I don't think Yordle, considering that I have Twisted Fate, I don't think I should be keeping Yordle Grifter in my hand. Okay, so I have the one Riptide Rex that I got on my deck, on my hand already. Alright, pretty decent. I mean, there are some things that can go wrong, but that's definitely not one of them. Right, so we are killing that. And instead of blocking, we are actually going to parlay this guy. Because I would like to try and guarantee that I'm gonna be, you know, getting level up points for Gangplank. Right, that's actually pretty important. So if I can do that, I will. There is nothing on his deck that for 1 mana kills my spider. I should be going for an open attack here to try and get 1 more point for Gangplank. Alright, he's gonna let it happen. So I'm in a pretty good spot for now at least, right? Next turn is gonna be my turn for TF in case he decides to go for Blighted Caretaker, which I'm passing. I could go for a red card, but I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting now. Now that is interesting indeed. Okay, so here I guess I'm taking 3 damage, guys. Nah, it's too greedy. It's way too greedy. I'm gonna be going for a gold card here to kill that. It doesn't make much sense to go for a gold card as well. That's interesting. I'm gonna be taking less damage, but in the end, does it help me all that much? If I go for... yeah, if I go for a red card, it's actually very bad. I'm gonna be doing this. And I'm gonna be taking damage from these two, right? Because if I do that, I'm gonna be getting a hit for Gangplank for sure. On the following turn, obviously I'm not blocking this guy. Maybe I am blocking Rekindler though. Maybe I am. One interesting thing that I can do is this. And actually draw something that might help me. You know, I'm probably not leveling up TF here, but maybe I get something interesting. Okay, this is interesting enough, in my opinion. This is actually interesting enough. It means that I can play Gangplank without being too afraid of losing him. Pretty interesting. I mean, having Ruination here is awesome. Is actually phenomenal. I shouldn't be attacking here. It doesn't make much sense. He's just gonna get solid blocks onto Gangplank. It doesn't make sense at all to block there. He still doesn't have mana for... okay. He got unlucky as well, which is quite nice if you ask me. I'm passing. I want to see if he's gonna attack or do something. Alright, so here I'm blocking, and I'm doing this to see how this is gonna be, how this is gonna react. Alright, pretty interesting. One interesting thing that I could do, I mean, if he went, you know, if he would use another card, would be go for Vile Feast onto Escaped Abomination. But no matter, I can go for that onto Wraith Caller, and I might do it. It's not that good for me to do it now, though. I mean, I might, right? I'm not very far from leveling Gangplank. I'm gonna be getting another unit. Maybe he doesn't have. It's you know, a good way to use my mana, because I'm gonna be eliminating a guy that has 1 HP, and it's actually a very powerful unit. I'm gonna be getting you know, Gangplank back in case I decide to go for Rekindler. I'm not really in a bad position here. I don't want to get TF back though. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So here I'm just attacking. He's gonna block there, obviously. I'm gonna be dealing damage to him, so that's good enough. If he decides to go for They Who Endure, it's gonna die instantly. Okay. I kinda have to kill it, guys. I kinda have to kill it. Because you see, I don't want to go, you know, to block it. I don't have solid blockers for that. I need to go for Ruination in case it's necessary, so there is no actual point in me playing Deckhand, considering that I don't have a proper spell to use it on. Now I do. Okay, so there's Callista. However, he doesn't have mana. He doesn't have mana. I can go for Rekindler here. Even if he levels up Callista, it's not that bad. It's not necessarily a problem for me. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. He has only 4 cards in hand, so it's not like he's in a very solid position against me, in my opinion. One thing I'm going to do, however, is going for the Dreadway here before attacking, because I'm in a pretty solid position in my opinion. So I can afford to do that. One other thing that I could do is go for an open attack. Maybe I will do it. Go for an open attack and then try to finish it off with Riptide. It's not like the Dreadway is really gonna help me here, because if he drops a They Who Endure again, I'm not gonna be able to kill it with Gangplank, and that might, you know, slow my win condition down. And maybe I can finish the game off only with Riptide here. I don't mind that, I guess. I mean, one thing that I shouldn't go for Grasp here, I guess. You know, to try and get rid of the damage. So considering that he done that, I can't really go for Riptide. It doesn't really make much sense. It doesn't make sense at all. I should be going for the Dreadway, because on the following turn I'm going to be having mana for Vengeance. If he decides to go, you know, straight up for a They Who Endure, I'm going to be going for Vengeance, straight up. Okay, so that's not what he did, which is interesting. So I'm going to be going for the Dreadway here. Nice, okay. I have a way to stop his Callista, right? So I'm not really in a bad spot. Even if she levels up, it's not really that big of a deal. She's gonna die regardless, so I don't mind that. I don't mind that. He has only 1 card in hand. He's in a very disadvantageous, if that's a word in English, position, because I have Vengeance, I have, you know, Gangplank. I have many ways to hinder his play here. I'm gonna be playing Gangplank, unless he plays They Who Endure. Then I'm still playing Gangplank, I guess, because I still have mana for Vengeance. If he plays They Who Endure, he's gonna be with 4 mana, which is nothing, pretty much. I can block like this and feel pretty good about it. Also blocking here. If I can, you know, not take any damage, then I will. If that's a thing, you know, not taking damage, then I will do it. Okay, so I'm playing Gangplank here because I can. You know, it's something kind of obvious to be happening, right? One thing that I can do, actually, is go for a Deckhand. I'll be risking it, though. I don't really need to do it. I don't really need to do it. I can wait a little bit and go for an open attack right now. I'm going to be using the Kegs. I'm going to be killing everything there, and I'm going to be finishing the game off. I have several ways of, you know, ending the game. So it's not like he's really pressuring me. There's nothing he can do here. to stop me from winning. There's legit nothing, because this is going off, right? Regardless of what happens. Even if he had They Who Endure, it would die for Vengeance. I have Ruination, and I had, right, Ruination in case things went off rail, which was not the case. So yeah, I should be winning this at all costs. Yeah, that's the case. So good game, buddy. Good game indeed. Gangplank is so satisfying when he levels up. It's so satisfying, like it's like Misfortune, right? But it's easier. It feels so good to attack with him, right, when he's leveled up. And when you have the Dreadway, it's even better. God damn. Okay. It's an awkward one. It's a very weird one. He doesn't have a counter for Ruination. I guess I will need it. He's playing Ashe, so I may expect Yetis, right? And a lot of units that are hard to deal with. He's playing Fiora, so I might expect barriers as well. And yeah, so for this reason, I'm gonna keep all my hand. I think I can afford it. That's actually a good draw. Like, not finding a lot of, you know, not finding a lot of Ionia is actually very interesting, because a lot of spells becomes, you know, viable that they were not before. So they do become viable. Okay, so he doesn't have anything. I should be going for a Keg here, perhaps. Because the odds of him not dropping anything is actually very slim. But if I go for a random one-cost follower, maybe that helps me out a little bit to make things a little bit better. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing this right here. I think I might be attacking as well, you know, to enable a kill onto that, as well as going for Make It Rain. And getting a point on Swain's on Gangplank's level up. As far as I'm concerned, this deck is kind of reliant on having units down, right? So I should be doing this. If I can, you know, maintain a healthy board on my side and a scarce board on his side, maybe that's a solid way to go. The good news is that I have Ruination, right? He's thinking, because it's obvious that I have a way to deal with this, right? For 3 mana. The odds of me not having it is very slim. And if he blocks, I'm not going to be losing this unit. I need to remove all this, because maybe this is a Bannerman deck with a splash of Ashe, right? Maybe it is. If he got Ranger's Resolve, I'm going to be in a very complicated situation. Elixir of Iron. Okay, I'm gonna be removing the most problematic one, so in the end it's not that bad. Brittle Steel. Okay, so he's playing an actually very odd deck. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of damage on the following turn, but at the same token I have Grasp of the Undying to deal with this in case I need it. Right, I can't really go for Twisted Fate here. It doesn't really make much sense. I think I'd rather go for a Grasp. And in that scenario, I should be taking the damage to heal a little bit more. Actually not. I should be going for a Grasp beforehand. But the thing is, right, I can go for a red card here. I can take the damage and go for red card. I think it's gonna be better. Right, because this opens up a lot of things that I can do. And I need to be working towards Gangplank's leveling up win condition. It's actually very important for me. Even though I don't have Gangplank right now, I should be working towards it. Good news is that I have Vengeance, so I'm gonna be able to deal with Fiora regardless of what happens. I'm gonna be playing the Dreadway deckhand here. Right? I'm gonna be killing this Fiora with Vengeance, because I can't really afford him blocking the Grasp of the Undying. If he passes now, I'm passing 100%. I don't need to attack this turn. There's no point in me attacking this turn. So I'm actually going to pass, hoping that he passes as well and try to, you know, think that I'm going to be using a spell to make use of the Keg. If he passes, I'm actually going to be in a better position than if he plays something, because it's going to give me more room to breathe, right? On following turn, I'm going to be having mana for Vengeance, and I'm going to have blockers to block the other units, which is quite good. I'm going to be losing TF, but as you know, expected, TF is not really a win condition in this scenario. It's not really a win condition for this deck. As I expected, he has you know, he has ways to buff his Fiora. I'm actually fine with this. I'm not going to be taking damage on the following turn. I should, however, be passing. There is no point in me developing another deckhand. If he decides to pull, you know, if he decides to pull TF onto Fiora, I'm going to be in a better position. If he decided to develop something, I would have Ruination. So TF is not really gonna die here, which is awesome. Very, very good indeed. He's gonna be killing the Keg, but I don't really care too much about that. I need to be going for Vengeance because, as I said, he has barriers, right? He has Fury of the North as well. So I need to be 100% killing the unit and not risking not killing it, right? Because of a barrier and etc. So Grasp is not really a very reliable way of removal in this game, because of the reasons that I enlisted. Okay, so I'm gonna be killing Fiora. If he has another one, so be it. I have Ruination, and I'm probably gonna be using it in the future, considering how, you know, unit reliant his deck is. And even if you didn't know, you know, okay, so he's playing Demacian Freljord. By the units that he is playing, you can see that he's relying a lot on, you know, staying with units on the board. You can see that this is important for him. And now he's in a pickle because if he loses the Home Protege, he needs another challenger to deal with Twisted Fate, and he's gonna lose it. But at the same token, I don't need to play anything. At the same token, he probably has... Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. I think I'll be going for Parlay here to make use of the Keg. I don't need another, you know, damage. I don't need one more damage from this other Keg to make use of it. Right, and I'm gonna be developing this unit as I thought. He has barriers, which is fine, right? I would like to be going towards Gangplank's level up, but I guess I can't really afford to be going towards that, which is fine. I still have mana for a Dreadway deckhand into Grasp, depending on what he decides to develop. Now he's passing, which is very interesting. I can play deckhand here without feeling too bad about it. Interesting. Okay. He's trying to bait me out here. I don't feel like attacking is a good idea, because I don't feel like I can answer his place. I would not like to attack, waste my mana, and leave myself open on the following turn. I would not like that to happen. So that's the reason why I passed. I don't mind it. Okay. I will be playing Gangplank here. I have another Keg, meaning that my Grasp is you know, 4 damage instead of only 3, meaning that I'm gonna be healing for 4 damage instead of only 3 as well, which is very nice. Now right here, considering that he has been passing for a while, I'm gonna be playing the Dreadway, I guess. I'm gonna be playing the Dreadway, that's 100% sure. Because this means that I'm gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Maybe it's something that he can't answer, right? And my Grasp is gonna be so threatening. I'm gonna be healing for 8 for each time that I use Grasp. For 6 at the very minimum, right? Blocking TF as well is going to be more challenging, even though I'm not really going to attack with TF. I'm going to be attacking with these, however. I'm not going to attack with TF because, as I said, he's playing an Ashe deck as well. So Frostbite is a thing, right? Frostbite is a thing. And I should keep that in mind. He's still going very low. He's still going very low by making this play, which is something that he should be mindful of. Like, if he wants to kill the Dreadway, he might find a way to do it, but he's gonna have to use 2 spells to do it. Yeah, you need to block. There's no way. Okay. I mean, I'm happy with this one as well. I'm happy with this one as well. I can do 4 damage to him though, which is very nice. Which is very nice indeed. So I'm very close to winning the game right here. Harsh Winds, I don't care about that. I don't really care about that at all. Okay. So right here, I guess I'm gonna be going for Gangplank's level up maybe. Trying to work around that, trying to work towards that a little bit better. Maybe one other option that I have as well. I mean, he's not gonna be playing Ashe, I guess. So I need to be going for this probably. I mean, I'm passing as well. There's no points for me to rush. Nice. Actually, very nice. Very nice. I don't need 2 ruinations. This is a very good time to use this. Right? This is a very good time to use this. Shield. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. I'm gonna let it go. He's gonna try to kill something right here. I'm not gonna let it because I have Grasp of the Undying. The thing is, guys, no one expects Grasp of the Undying to deal 6 damage. No one expects that. So this is a very important and interesting thing to have in mind. So, because as you can see, he's trying to keep his challenger, which is not gonna work. He's gonna lose it. I'm gonna be drawing a lot of cards on the following turn. You know, trying to get rid of one of my ruminations. There's nothing he can do here to save his unit for 2 mana. Literally nothing. My TF is gonna survive. Is gonna level up on the following turn. Even if it decides to go for single combat, for instance, I can answer it with another Grasp of the Undying. I'm gonna be healing for a 6. So he is actually in a problematic position here. I'm gonna be doing this because I would like to be getting a unit. If TF dies, then I don't know if I do mind that, to be honest. I don't know if I do care too much about that. He would have used single combat there if he had it right before the unit died. He would not use it on a unit that is on board right already. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. Okay. All right. I should go for an open attack here because I can afford to. He's gonna be taking a lot of damage, so Harsh Winds, okay. I don't really care too much. I'm gonna be healing for 2. Now, as you can see, the health pool kind of swapped, right? Which is very interesting. I don't care. I still have Make It Rain, and I'm actually gonna be using it. And then you may say, Genie, why are you doing this? Because he has only 2 cards, guys. I can't afford to push, right? And not really feel threatened. Because there's not really much that he can have on this deck that is very unit reliant, right? That would screw me up. Now, he lost the game because I'm going to be dealing... Yeah. I was going to kill him with 14 damage onto the Riptide Rex because it would be doubled because of the Dreadway, right? So yeah, very good game. Very good game indeed. GG, lads.